It was a full decade ago, 1996, the last time the entire AIDS quilt was laid out in public. Remember the quilt? It covered the Washington Mall, each panel memorializing someone who died of AIDS. Thousands of people came to see it. But even then, the faces on the quilt represented only a fraction of the actual number of Americans who had died of AIDS. And most of the faces were white. Today, the quilt is tucked away in a nondescript warehouse in Atlanta. It's a reflection of the attitudes of most Americans toward AIDS, that the epidemic is no longer an issue in this country, not something we have to worry about. But this year, almost 20,000 Americans will die of AIDS, and most of them will be black.
It should scare us to death. It should keep us awake at night. And if we sleep, we should be having nightmares.
The more this epidemic becomes black and brown, the more you will find and the more you will see people, individuals, groups, community, society, government, back away.
But remember, whatever negatively impacts one segment of our population eventually gets to it all. Drugs, AIDS, crime. So don't look at me and say, a bunch of poor black people, let them die. It's coming back, unless we do something about it.
We began this program by acknowledging that we in the media have missed the story of the AIDS epidemic in Black America. The politicians, the pastors and celebrities, and many community activists have missed it, neglected it, or ignored it too. And now we are all reckoning with the costs of that. So now there is work to be done by all of us. More money for education, prevention, and of course treatment in the black community. That's crucial. But so is leadership. And that includes challenging a popular culture that too often celebrates misogyny, irresponsibility, and anti-gay bigotry. And ignorance is no longer an excuse. I'm Terry Moran. Thanks for joining us. Good night.